when I was like 19 or 20, going back to the gun thing a minute ago, or the sword thing, really. Somehow I joined the VFW. I think you're supposed to be a veteran to join the VFW. They signed me up anyway.
You sir,
and because it was like and we'd hang out there and play poker. We'd have like high stakes poker games, and there was a guy there who was the bartender. I don't think they're supposed to serve alcohol, but they got a bar there, and the bartender was this ugly motherfucker. I can't remember his name, but he had a lighter that looked like a pistol. And he'd always get the thing out and goof around with it and light his cigarettes. And he'd light your cigarette. If you asked for a light, he'd kind of draw it on you, and it became a little running joke. If somebody was new, they didn't know what was happening at first. And then he hooked up with this lady, this ugly motherfucker, and they spent the night at a notorious motel in town in Royston, Georgia. And then what happened was she woke up in the middle of the night and went over to have a cigarette in the room. And she, you know how you like cup your hand like this when you light one up to guard from the wind with your left hand up here? She did that with that lighter, and bang, she blew a hole through her left hand because it was a 25 auto that he also owned.
Oh,
and she didn't know. And so everybody joked that what really happened was she woke up and saw the ugly son of a bitch she was with and tried to kill herself. And we ripped on him about that for like years after that.
That is a great bit to have a real gun that looks like your fake lighter. That is like no pulling punches. That's hilarious.
That is an awesome story. And like, I mean, completely plausible too. I mean, like that's, that could so totally happen, but man, what are the chances? Like, gosh,
who has a 25 auto? Who has one of those?
That's a good pimp gun, man.
Yeah. A lot of people carry those little piece of shit pocket pistols. You can get them for like $200 at the pawn shop. They work.
Isn't that like a little like Derringer sized thing, like teeny?
Yeah,
it's a small bullet, but it's got some pop to it, and you got several pops to go, and it's a little pistol. It'll fit in a jean pocket and not take up a lot of space. So definitely go in your jacket pocket, and just be in there like keys or something. A lot of people carry those. He did.
Yeah, I've got a little Derringer. It's the size of like my thumb. It holds like 4 22 magnums, and it's got like a 1/2-inch barrel on it. Like there's like when you cock it, the trigger kind of.
Is it a quad barrel?
Yeah, just a little. I mean, sorry, it's just a revolver, but you have
okay. I know the gun you're talking about. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, you'd have better luck like throwing it at somebody over 5 feet away. I mean, it is the most inaccurate. But if it like point blank, I mean, I wouldn't want to get shot with that thing, man. Like you stick that in somebody's ribs, man, point blank, it would be bad news.
Yeah.
But
sure.
Those little pimp guns, man, those are dangerous. It's the big dirty hairy guns and stuff are great in movies, but the people that carry the little ghetto guns like that, man, they know how to use them, man. I don't want to mess with that.
Our guest last week is out in California. He's a pretty liberal guy, and he'd gotten his first handgun ever.
Wow.
He's a few years older than me, and we're like, what'd you get? Show us. And he's like, can I show guns on here? And we're like, yeah, go get it. And he pulls out an 8.5-inch Anaconda 44 Magnum that's chromed out.
Hell yeah.
The perfect starter gun.
Perfect starter gun.
If I were trying to prank someone who asked me what should be my first gun, I'd be like, probably a 44 Magnum revolver.
I mean, he's right. He can shoot those 44 specials in it. They're in that heavy gun, that'd make it pretty fucking manageable to shoot. But he is saying it hurts his hand. He just needs to get some new grips or something like that.
He's got to lock his wrist more. He'll get the hold of it. And then everything else is going to feel easy as hell after that.
Yeah, I mean,
he grabs a Glock 19 and starts plinking. He's going to be like, this is incredible. No kick at all.
I keep a 1911 and a 12 gauge in the office just because that's where I am most of the time. But yeah, man, those big guns. I found a Glock 35 in the front yard right before Thanksgiving. Like, again, I live in Gainesville, Georgia. So like an armed illegal guy, according to the cops, stole a truck from a contractor, took a gun that was also stolen, killed somebody with the gun, was fleeing the scene. Not like he wasn't being chased by the cops, but he hit somebody head on in front of my house and flipped the truck into the yard. I go running outside to just render aid, see what's going on, call 911. Of course, you call 911. There's like a pickup truck hits another pickup truck head on in front of the house. One pickup truck, the the non-stolen truck is a guy like with a hot shotter, like a gooseneck hauling cars. There's cars all over the road. One truck's flipped over, the other truck's crashed. I call 911 and they're like, well, can you, I give them the address. I'm like, blah, 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 road. They're like, okay, head on collision, multiple cars involved. Well, can you describe the cars? I'm like, ma'am, like send a damn, like go to the address. It's the cars in the head on collision.
5 cops, an ambulance, and a fire truck.
Seriously, like,
based on your other stories, I was half picturing you to walk out, see the problem, and go, not for me.
Oh yeah, no. In this kind of case, yeah. I mean, this is like, as far as I know at the time, this is like innocent person, And again, like I will save an innocent person, but I'm not going to get involved in like criminal versus criminal. So anyway, so I hear the crash. I go running outside, thinking somebody's dead. There's like a series of curves in front of my house, and there's like about twice a year there's like a good crash out there. So this was this one. So I go running outside, like the truck's on its side. Somebody, a passerby is already helping the guy across the road. He's okay. He's banged up, but he's all right. It was like a Dodge Dually that got hit head on by like a Nissan Titan or something. So like, anyway, the truck that's flipped over in the yard, I'm like looking in the truck. There's nobody there. There's another guy, car stops. We're looking for the guy. Like the truck like rolled onto its side, but it wasn't like a violent flip. Like all the shovels and tools and stuff were all within about 10, 15 feet of the truck. So I'm looking and I'm like, where's the guy? Is he under the truck? No. And I'm like, windshield's been kicked out. I'm like, crap, this guy has fled the scene. Of course, I live in Gainesville, Georgia. That's what everybody does after an accident. You flee the scene. So I'm like, great. There's a guy who was like on the loose with a reason to hide. So I'm like, crap. So I go grab my piece. I go like I left the front door open. So I go run back in the house, sweep the house, make sure he's not inside. I'm like, I've already called 911. Somebody else did too. I'm checking the barn. I'm checking under all my trucks, just making sure the guy's not like trying to steal another car and split the scene or whatever. Anyway, the cops show up. Yes, this guy's like wanted for murder. So I'm like, great. There's like an armed murderer around the house. So like, they're out here in the woods with like, it's like the state patrol. They got hound dogs. It's like raining, but they got bloodhounds and dogs and they're sweeping everywhere. Like, I'm like, great, man. This guy, they don't find him all night long. This happens at like 9:00 at night or so. They don't find him all night. I'm sitting up all night long in my kitchen with a shotgun, just waiting for some guy to come crawling in the door to try to steal a car or a gun or something. So like sun comes up next day. I'm like, great. Of course, another armed murderer guy on the loose. So I go out in the front yard to like pick up all the debris from the crack because they towed the trucks off and all that stuff. But there's like car parts all in my front yard. They've rutted out the grass. The yard's fucked. I go outside, like right where the cops are all standing. There's a Glock 35 with an extended mag just pressed into the mud right there in the front yard, like right next to the road. And I'm like, great. So, part of me kind of like,
I kick some dirt on it. I'm not getting involved.
I did, because like, here's the thing, like I said in the Van Wiki story, a time somebody tried to carjack me and I drove off and ended up with the gun in the car. Like, hey, free gun. But I'm like, nah, obviously like somebody has been killed with this gun. I don't need it. But I can't leave it stuck in the front yard either because there's so many like fentanyl zombies and tweakers that wander up and down the highway out here. I'm like, well, that's no good. They're going to find it. So I get like a big, like 1 gallon Ziploc and do like the dog park thing, like reach through the bag, grab the gun, pull it into the bag. I call the cops. Takes some hours to come out finally. And then the cops are like, did you know the suspect? Was there any reason he would have disposed this weapon in your front yard? Blah, blah, blah. They're like grilling me about it. I'm like, dude, like what's more likely? An armed illegal guy in a town that is 75% armed illegal guys steals a car, kills somebody, flips it in my front yard, loses the gun, which y'all don't find because you're literally standing on it. And then I find it in my yard the next day. Or this is some huge conspiracy between me and the Mexican cartel and this highly staged 5-car accident and this whole night with the police just so he could drop the murder weapon in my yard and I could be cut loose with it for 10 hours before I called you. Like, no, dude, you missed the damn gun. Come get it. Like, anyway, it was
They're probably embarrassed.
I'm sure. I mean, like literally, like they were all like standing around everywhere. Like they were looking with their flat. Like they must have stepped on this gun 50 times. It's just right there, like Jello molded into the mud in the front yard. It was not a shining moment for them, but yeah, same thing. Like yet again, I ended up with a free gun, but turned it in because again, I don't want to like that be the gun I got to defend myself with, and somehow it's connected to some other murder in my neighborhood. And like
the barrel, the
it's
barrel,
bad juju anyway.
Yeah, I don't want a murder weapon. I mean, I already have a truck that somebody was murdered in. I don't need a gun to go with it. So,